David Littleproud is the leader of the Nationals, and he joins us now. Nice to talk to you, mate. Now, of course, the challenge for any political party when it goes out of government is to work its way back, but also for your party, it's about how to grow, where it can go into the future. It's something you're committed to trying to have a chat about. So put simply, how do you get people to put on the same jacket that you're wearing, to run for the party and to win in the places that you've won and have been able to hold on to for multiple elections now?
Yeah, look, it's about making a movement that actually is pertinent to regional rural Australia. We have a purity of purpose as the Nationals. We don't have to compromise on our values and principles because we've got metropolitan members. We can hold true to regional rural Australia. And I've got to say, one of the first things I did when I became leader was to write to Anthony Albanese and say, let's have a National Energy Summit. Let's actually run the ruler over the energy options that are there. And we believe that small-scale modular nuclear was the first option that should be looked at in terms of the firming. Renewables can't do it all. And Chris Bowen's running around the country telling everybody that renewables is going to be the thing that'll power this nation. It can't. Even AEMO says that it has limitations and you'll need firming power. So that should either be with coal or gas, with carbon capture storage, or it should be nuclear. Or we're going to spend hundreds or billions of dollars on hydrogen trying to run the ruler over that, when we just have to peek over the Pacific to have a look at small-scale modular and have a conversation. We're also saying that we need, in regional Australia particularly, a secure workforce, and that's why I took the pragmatic decision to say I'll go to the Job Summit. I'll have to hold my nose and know that as hollow as it is, we don't get a lot of opportunities apart from shows like yours to talk about regional Australia, and I want to hold this government to account. Hold them to account about the fact that the biggest constraint is about having skilled labour out here, not just in agriculture. I'm at the Birdcage Hotel in Longreach. I mean, we've had trouble even getting a chef here. So it's a whole range of skills, and we should actually incentivise those migrants to come and grow regional Australia and give them a pathway to permanent residency. Grow regional Australia, not just in agriculture, but in all the industries that are here, to incentivise them to not to go to the cities and congest the cities, but to come out to places like Longreach and make a life of it. And we've got to re-engage with women. We can't lie, mate. We've got to face up to what happened. We had a lot of women that left us. And I'm not about symbolism. I'm not going to get into quotas. The Nationals are all about putting the environment around women to have the courage to put their hand up. And I'm proud to say that leaders before me have got us. 8 of our 22 are women. And if we put the environment encouraging, we let our members decide whether it's a man or woman that should come forward. And if we get the right person, we will. But we've got to go beyond symbolism. We've got to get to the real issues that are affecting women in regional Australia, like childcare, having the ability to be able to go back to work in regional places out here, Australian women being able to have a crack at a career. It's about making sure that if they do actually split with their partner, they actually have homes to go to. We've got a housing crisis. So the real practical issues is what I want to get to, and that's really where the Nats want to shape ourselves, but we're going to be genuine about it. It's going to be grassroots, and we're going to be genuine and honest with the Australian public. We're going to listen, we're going to learn, and we're going to rebuild that trust. All right,
if you're watching us and you can work the deep fryer or know how to make some garlic bread, the Birdcage Hotel, you can get the job there in Longreach. Go and do it. All right, I'm running out of time here. My fault, not anyone else's. The meeting that was had of all of the energy ministers that they had on Friday, they put decarbonisation at the heart rather than just keeping the lights on. Even experts talking to the Turnbull Times, otherwise known as The Guardian, were saying this could be backdooring to the carbon tax. You saw BlueScope and what they had to say today, but as I always say, they want to say anyone who talks about transition is a climate denier. I say they are transition deniers.
Mate, the next big piece of this will be the safeguards mechanism that Bowen will announce very soon. And what this will do is get away from the opportunities in carbon capture storage. Carbon capture storage can keep coal plants going longer and gas going, and making sure that we confirm the renewables. And that's just common sense. And that's what we're saying. If we get back to first principles, yes, OK, everyone wants to reduce emissions. But why don't we use technology that can protect those traditional industries? I've got 4 coal-fired power stations in my electorate, one of which has adopted carbon capture storage. That's a technology that even the International Energy Agency has said Australia has failed to invest too much money in, not enough money in, I should say. Even the Biden administration is pumping hundreds of millions of dollars into this technology because it firms our energy. It makes sure that we have reliable, affordable energy, and we reduce emissions. Now, that's just common sense, and that's what Chris Bowen is taking us down a pathway now that is putting all our energy eggs in one basket, and he is selling he's false advertising here and saying that that's going to be able to do it all. It can't. EMO even says that. So you've got to use this thing called common sense, and that's why firming can be carbon capture storage. He's taking it away from us, and then the future, I believe, will be small-scale modular nuclear. That's just common sense. That's investing in technology. And the beauty of SMR is we don't have to spend a cent on it. He's going to spend billions of your dollars on trying to go down green hydrogen. But we can just simply peek over the Pacific and let all the North Americans get this technology, adopt and adapt, and firm our energy here and give us reliable, affordable energy and be able to reduce emissions. That's the trifecta that I don't think Chris Bowen's thought about.